Hello to all traders and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So Tesla are the big headline movers in this week's earnings season as they've blown away pretty much quarter one estimates, and they've actually hit more records again and again like we've seen in other earnings season reports as well. So they've dodged this supply chain issues that a lot of automobile makers have actually had hanging over them for the vast majority of the last 2 years since the pandemic started. But Tesla have seen to really shy away from that and have basically blown the competition out of the water in that respect. So let's just take a look at the numbers then. Earnings per share came in at 322 versus 226, and revenue came in at 18.76 billion versus 17.8 billion dollars. And in after hours trading, the shares jumped by 6% as well. So you have to think that it's been quite a successful week for Elon Musk as he really pushes his bid to overhaul Twitter as well. He's facing some stiff competition from some of the shareholders, but becoming the biggest shareholder of the company, you have to feel that it won't really be too detrimental for him in the long run, that especially. So we're looking at Tesla shares. We'll look at the chart shortly. Another earnings call was for Proctor Gamble that saw their earnings season get off to a good start. Actually, they actually had a move to the upside as well. We'll look at the chart shortly in a minute, but obviously price hikes and inflation did help them across the board, as a lot of companies are looking at the same kind of thing to get them into the top brackets of this earnings season call as well. And the company did raise its forecast for its fiscal growth for the rest of 2022 as well. So with that being said, let's get straight onto the charts. Tesla, we're looking at this after hours gap to start moving higher. So we are expecting the prices to be roughly about in this region here. And now with this downturn, with this very vast upturn, the reason I use detrimental is because we were sliding down slightly with prices, as you can see here in a fixed channel, and we were heading towards the Ichimoku cloud, which would be a bit of a disaster for a few of the shareholders, because if we do get engulfment in the cloud, then as we've seen before, it does take a while to get out of it, and it could actually see these prices dropping lower and lower. So we were looking in the near term to possibly get down to these particular areas, but because Tesla have had such a monumentous earnings call, we are now looking and setting our sights on the recent move above $1,100. So we'll see in the near term at least what's going to happen for the shares, but looking very, very big at the moment. So as I said, we're looking for support here that we've found now, because as I said, we are moving higher, but we are going to move into a cloud engulfment in the near term. So we'll see if we see prices slightly consolidating before possibly moving for another leg higher and then hitting these recent highs that we've seen, which wasn't so long ago. If we think about the beginning of April, it's not that far ago that we saw these fresh highs on Tesla. So what's going to happen in the near term? Let's wait and see when the market does open shortly. Procter & Gamble as well, as you can see here, bring on the daily chart, it did have a bit of a choppy opening to this year. As you can see here, started off on a very high note, went into a dissension, and now having this full V-shaped recovery in markets, and obviously we'll now look at resistance on the previous tops. A very, very heavy resistance here, and we could have another top here. But if we do break this 164, 165 area, then we could see prices start moving even higher, and that would be the first time in a long time, as you can see. But moving on to the 4-hour chart, excuse me, we are looking again. I'll leave this on here because I want to show you the V-shaped recovery that is in progress at the moment, and this big earnings season call that has really helped prices push higher as well. Nothing too much on divergences on the RSI, so we are looking strictly at the fundamentals now to see what's going to happen in the near term as well. So very, very exciting news for Procter & Gamble, and we'll see where this takes us. We've got the earnings season that is really kicking off. We've had the big Wall Street banks, now we've had Tesla, Netflix as well. Missed subscriber growth really started plummeting quite significantly. Just touch on that quickly. As you can see here with the prediction from the Stockwatch video yesterday, prices were expected to start falling down, and we'll just see how far and how detrimental that's going to be for the company. As you can see here, we didn't really see these levels until since just before the pandemic started at the end of 2019. So very detrimental news there. However, focus on Tesla and Procter Gamble today. Very good numbers and very good stock price jumps. So keep an eye out for all the opportunities, and we'll speak again next time. Bye for now.